Hello and welcome to Cinemondo with Kathy and Mark.
Hi, everybody. It's always good to see you guys. Thanks for coming to the show. Really,
Thanks for, I don't know what all that is.
I don't know what it is either. I'm just, trying to.
Hey, everybody.
This is I'm taking an improv class. And what do you think?
You let us know in the comments what you think of the weird gestures that Mark was doing.
Please don't. Please don't. I'm already self-conscious enough as it is. But,
all right.
Let's do this trailer reaction for, what sounds like a fun series. And
That's why I'm in
Kathy,
such a good mood, because anything to do with vampires or horror, I get excited because, oh my God, it's so great. So that's why I'm so happy, because we get to see something about vampires.
And this one is a Hindi language romantic thriller fantasy called Tooth Pari, Pari, When Love Bites. So there's vampires involved in this, but I don't think we're talking about super scary. I think we're talking about
cute vampires.
Vampires that are fall in love and relationship problems with vampires, and
vampires
how they get
fall
through
in love
life.
too?
Of course they do. That's part of their thing, or lust anyway.
I always love the vampire thing where it sort of goes back to The Hunger, where they fall in love with a mortal and they don't want to turn them because that's part of they like the mortalness of it, but the mortals age and then they age out and they got to find a new mortal.
Yeah, same with all those, Interview with the Vampire, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But this is a series that is on Netflix.
All right.
And it was created, written, and directed by Pratim D. Gupta. Tanya Maniktala, Tilotama Shome, and Shantanu Maheshwari are the three main stars of the film.
Okay.
So let's take a look. I've never seen this, neither has Kathy. So let's take a look at the trailer for Tooth Pari.
Up there. You ready to go?
Let's check it out.
Doc?
Yes, how may I help you?
Mera dant.
Oh. Don't worry, I'll fix it.
Oh.
Number is very simple, 9830.
I don't have a phone.
Everything about you has been a mystery.
It's fun, isn't it?
I need to know. ये क्या था?
बहुत precious है डॉक्टर. डरना बंद करो रॉय.
तुम मुझे काटोगी.
तुमने काठमांडू के बारे में तो सुना होगा.
ऊपर जाना मना है.
इस दुनिया में प्यार के बदले सर की कुर्बानी देनी पड़ती है.
आप ठीक है जजे बाबा, वो हमारे बीच है, बहुत ताकतवर है.
Despite knowing everything, just can't stop thinking about her.
I really love you, Roy.
Finally we met.
मियां मत बोवा. यहाँ से भाग जाना चाहिए.
जहाँ में कोई ना जानता, कोई ना पहचाने, कोई ना पकड़ पाए.
प्यार का रास्ता हमेशा जंग के मैदान में ही खत्म होता है.
Promise, तुम कभी किसी को माइट नहीं करोगे.
I promise.
So
she can't keep that promise.
I love, there's always that dilemma in vampire things of would you want to be a vampire if it meant being with the person you love? Would you want to do that? Would you?
Yeah.
Would you do that? Would you sacrifice being mortal and living forever to be with the one you love forever and stay young and just have to kill people every night?
No.
Would you do that? No.
Of course I would.
I have to say I would think about it. I probably would.
Yeah. But there's a lot going on in this trailer. There's just the romance and that.
I love the romance. Starts off very cute.
Right. And then of course there's the dark side, which seemed a little bit darker than I thought it would be.
I thought so too.
Kind of intense.
Yeah.
And I love that. I also love sort of the the family, the whole family dynamic coming
Yeah.
into it, what that
Yeah.
brings, the one side of the family versus the other. So there's a lot going on here. I think there's a lot of things you can
Yeah.
mine because vampires have been done to death, but how do you bring something fresh to it? And this feels like there's a fresh angle to it, which is appealing to me. So it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, the actors look really appealing, and it has a really glossy look. It has a little bit of that gel lighting, which looks a little Renfield-ish, but it looks like they're playing it more for romance and perception
I
versus
think
just
so.
randomly having lighting. So I think it
Right.
kind of showed in a way, this is my glossy mortal life. You see colors, it's also fun, and then it goes into darker palette, and things start changing, which I think it should be the other way around, where you start off and your world's kind of monotone, but when you become a vampire, everything becomes colorful. I like that idea. That actually was brought into, I don't know if you watched the Interview with the Vampire series.
I did not.
Out.
No.
So good.
Yeah, I heard it was
Watch
good.
it.
Yeah.
Super good, but it had a little bit of that element of like your senses all are amplified when you become a vampire.
Yes. Right.
So you start seeing more color, you start hearing more sounds, so everything becomes almost more beautiful. But you can only stay out at night. So there's that. You will never see the sun again unless maybe you're inside and you can look out a window from a distance.
Yeah,
TV.
that's kind of tough. But
That's kind of tough.
But it just looks like, I'm kind of a sucker for vampire movies, or vampire TV shows.
I saw what you did there.
What was the one that I was on HBO for a while? First Blood. Oh, gosh, I can't remember.
Yeah. True Blood.
True Blood. Yeah, True Blood. Right.
Mhm.
So the stuff like that. So I'm just this is something I'll watch because and hopefully it'll bring both the romance and love and the cuteness, and will bring some of the scarier stuff. If it does I'm always into it.
Well, it did
Gotta
have
bring
that
both.
shift in tone. I mean, it definitely had that, like, it's going to start off cute and funny, and then we're going to start getting into a weird dark world, which is what it turns into. I mean, when you think about it, you're falling in love, everything's fun and happy, and then weird stuff happens. Her tooth gets sucked into her head.
Yeah.
Her family is very weird, and she wants to bite you.
Right.
It's
so that's dark.
I love
Looks
that.
good.
So we have a couple these aren't really posters per se, but they're kind of, this is the digital marketing for it. And so they're showing it to be cute. She's got her little tooth,
Right.
like, I get it. And he's like, look, I'm a dentist. You can tell because I have this thing to pull teeth. It's like,
right.
And then we have a little bit more spicy.
Yeah.
I guess vampires can kiss. It thinks it would kind of hurt, but
it just looks sweet, and I like when a vampire is sort of like, hey, listen, this is the deal, I do love you, but there's some extenuating circumstances you got to deal with here,
and also it comes from, like, he looks very appealing and cute, but she's way out of his league. So there's that great aspect of, like, look, he's such a nice guy, he deserves this girl, she's super hot, he can get her, but there's this one little tiny issue. She's a vampire. But again, like, it would be that choice of, like, would you want to turn into a vampire to be with this family forever? It's an interesting choice. I always kind of like that dilemma, because you're like, yeah, but you have to kill people, and it'll probably be pretty dark and horrible, but at the same time, it sounds fascinating and interesting.
But also immortality is such a draw.
It is seductive.
So, but it looks good.
Let us know in the comments. Would you be a vampire? Like, if you had a choice, would you be a vampire? And what would be your thinking? Like, why you would be and why you wouldn't want to be? What are the options? Like, what's your pro and con of the vampire lifestyle?
Yeah. It's an interesting thing that you can really think about, because there are both sides, and there's good claims to both sides, but you have to pick
There's
one
good claims to both sides.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
How dare you guys look at my word choices.
Oh my God. I just give Mark shit for his verbiage.
My verbiage.
Anyway, so let's look at think. I think this looks cute. I'll probably take a look at it.
Me too. Netflix. Tooth Pari.
When vampires. I'm kind of a sucker for that. Like you said.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. See you soon.